We are continuing to follow the latest developments on the deadly train derailment in Philadelphia. These are live pictures from the still active scene tonight. Tonight, the NTSB is reporting the train was traveling 106 miles an hour in a 50-mile-an-hour zone. 7 people have been killed and more than 200 people injured. Of the 7 people dead are a Naval Academy midshipman, a Philadelphia CEO, and an Associated Press employee. Tonight, the engineer on the train has been identified as 32-year-old Brandon Bostian from New York. He survived the crash but has refused to be interviewed. Instead, he requested an attorney. And the fallout from this catastrophe has local communities thinking about how they would react if something like this happened. I'm Patrice Wood.
And I'm Dan Janik. The night team's Tony Gugliotta live in Providence with how Rhode Island is prepared. Tony?
Well, Dan, Patrice, Providence sees close to 700,000 Amtrak passengers every year. And this station behind me, one of the busiest in the Northeast corridor. So Rhode Island EMA doing everything it can to make sure that it's prepared for all types of emergencies. The Philadelphia tragedy is opening the eyes of train operators and state management agencies all over the country. Here in Rhode Island, the state works closely with Amtrak to keep up with safety standards.
Amtrak wants to make sure that they have connected with local and state, again, emergency managers and first responders to make sure that they can respond in the quickest, most efficient manner.
Emergency management officials have conducted 3 disaster drills in the last 5 years to prepare for the worst. They also have every inch of track around the state documented.
We've actually walked every single mile of rail in Rhode Island.
But can something like this be prevented? This NBC animation shows what likely happened in Philadelphia. The train's engineer, Brandon Bostian, applied the emergency braking mechanism on the train when it was traveling 106 miles an hour, too fast to make the curve.
Maximum authorized speed through this curve was 50 miles per hour.
Could technology have prevented this crash? Many think so. But just hours after the crash, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives approved a $251 million cut to Amtrak's budget, something that Democrats say will hamper efforts to improve infrastructure by adding systems like positive train control that govern speed.
We feel that had such a system been installed in this section of track, this accident would not have occurred.
Yeah, now NBC 10 reached out to Congressman Jim Langevin in Washington, D.C. earlier today to see if he could talk to us about those budget cuts that got voted by the House, but he was unavailable to speak with us tonight. Live in Providence, Tony Gugliotta, NBC 10 News Night Team.